Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to chat with you guys a little bit about not just my clients, but other lifters I know out there who actually have aesthetics as a primary goal and how to make something like Conjugate still work for them. Because realistically, even though it's not my wheelhouse and I don't really particularly care about it, I have clients who do, and they're paying me to get the results that they want. I have personal friends who are bodybuilders. I have personal friends who coach bodybuilders and even prep bodybuilders just because I dislike their culture and lifestyle. And that's really my issue with bodybuilding is the horrific lifestyle and subculture around it. It is truly horrific in my opinion. But it doesn't mean I don't know anything about what they do. I still chat with these different coaches and stuff. And I've known bodybuilders who run Conjugate. So it's totally possible because at the end of the day, almost no one really means they only care about aesthetics. Okay, no one goes to the gym only for aesthetics because that's not going to be enough to motivate you. I should think you at least care something about performance and health and other things. You would be a very rare individual if you didn't care at all about anything else. And this is a multifaceted system. So what do I do with my guys who say, hey, I still want to be strong and fit and athletic, but appearance of my physique is actually slightly higher priority. Now let's go over to that point. Slightly higher priority. All right, fair enough. We have to prioritize goals. Maximizing my strength is my primary goal out of using this system. But what is it that I have said in the past is the big difference between guys who mostly care about aesthetics versus guys who mostly care about strength? It has to do with what half of your body you train. Guys who care about strength train the stuff on the backside of the body the most. Okay? The backside of the body the most. The stuff that you see only from behind, they turn around those muscles. They're the higher priority. Go muscles. Guys who care about aesthetics don't usually care what they look like from behind because, they're like, I don't care what a woman thinks when I'm walking away because I'm done, right? I'm walking off, didn't get that number. So whatever, they don't care. They care about what they see in the mirror on the front, right? And I'm not saying a person can't do both. I mean, in a perfect world, we would probably develop everything. Problem is that we do have limited training and recovery and growth resources. Some things are going to get more attention than others no matter what you do, unless maybe you're a professional bodybuilder, in which case you probably need to develop everything because they don't care about proportion and all that stuff anymore. That's an old thing. They don't do that anymore. They just try to get as big as possible. So they got to build everything. And whatever's lagging, they just inject it full of oil. So, including the naturals. They use side enhancement too. People don't seem to realize that because they clearly don't look. What do we do for the guys who want the aesthetics? Well, we train the muscles on the front side more. It's very straightforward. If I have a client who says, I want to get strong, because you better want to get strong. I'm not taking someone who doesn't want to get strong. I'm not wasting their time. I'll tell them, just send me money and I'm not going to coach you. If you just want to give me money, that's cool, but I'm not going to coach somebody who doesn't want to get strong. You can donate $250 a month to me. I'll accept it. But someone who says, I want to get strong, but I do care more about aesthetics, well, we just focus on those muscles on the front side more. Okay? People say, what do you mean? Well, we don't worry as much about their weak links. We worry about them, but I can run them on a conjugate template and they're going to get bigger and stronger. If I put you through an MEDE template with accessory work, you're going to get stronger, right? And I'm going to make them do good mornings and rows no matter what. We're going to do those things, but we don't prioritize other weak links. So in other words, if they care very, very heavily about the aesthetics, we don't worry about a lot of this other stuff. What do we worry about? We worry about pecs, side delts, biceps, quads. Okay, maybe upper traps. right? Because that's the stuff they see in the mirror. That's the stuff that people who chase the aesthetics thing care about. That's what they think makes a guy look big and jacked without being big and jacked. In other words, if you ever develop those muscles, you're going to look bigger to people who look for those things than someone who's actually bigger than you, till you stand them up side by side. Right? Until you put them side by side, then you realize that maybe those are show muscles. They're not really as big as you think they are. You put them next to someone who really is big and thick. But it's the appearance, it's the illusion. So they want that look. So what do? I don't know. A lot of chest presses with dumbbells. Either a heavy reliance on incline work or overhead work, depending on how they respond. Maybe alternate them. Side delt work. A lot of curls. And maybe some quad work. Okay, pretty straightforward. Find a way for them to do hip belt squats or step ups. Right? We build their quads, their pecs, side delts, biceps, upper traps. That becomes a priority of their accessory work. Because normally, we would say, what's the accessory work there for? Well, to bring up your weak link on your lifts and get as strong as possible, right? That's how I do mine. That's what I care about. But that's not necessarily going to make you pretty, because I don't have a pretty body per se. Right? Because I prioritize performance over my show muscles. And I train those things. I obviously train those things. But they're not as high of a priority. They don't get the same priority that my hamstrings and glutes and erectors and at this point triceps do. And yes, I know I don't have the best triceps. I'm working very hard on my triceps. But they don't get the same priority because I am totally strength oriented. But the guys who care about the aesthetics, we take those body parts to their maximum recoverable volume. We do up to 20 sets for their chest every week. We will do at least 15 sets for their biceps every week. I'm going to come in and make them do 5 sets of side delts of some type in upper trap every upper body day. Instead of a very big emphasis on posterior chain, I might have them do some quad work. Right? That's how we deal with it. What else? They focus on diet and body composition. Because realistically, it's body fat. Just the next big thing after that. And let's come down to what really is the two most important things. What really makes guys have the aesthetic look the most? What makes or breaks you? Your delts, okay? Your delts and your body fat. And I'm a perfect example. Look at me there. I don't have overdeveloped delts and I'm not particularly lean. Makes all the difference in the world. Because if you look right there, of even how you see me deadlifting and stuff, if I had magically 20 pounds less body fat and 2 extra inches on my delts, it would be night and day, wouldn't it? Right? And again, anyone who can objectively assess that, say, okay, I see that. Right. And that's what makes or breaks you for the whole aesthetics gig. And people say, why don't you put the ultra focus on your delts? Because it's a lot of work and it makes my shoulders hurt sometimes if I do too much delt work and it affects my benching. Okay. Right? 43. Too much delt work, I just inflames my shoulders. Makes it harder to bench. It could affect my performance. It's a reason. I do some delt work and I've added more and more in, and I am focusing on a little more because I need it for the stability. Well, perfect example. Of course, I'm cutting again right now because I need to trim some body fat. I'm not going to get ultra lean. I'll get lean, but not ultra lean. So, your guys who care about the aesthetics, we very, very carefully manage calories. We don't ever bulk them, really. Especially if they're natty. Might clean bulk them, but it'd be very, very slow gains. Focus on if they need to cut initially, I have them cut. Even if they don't have the best base build, I'll have them cut. Till they're reasonably lean, maybe 12%, 13% body fat if they're not there. Then they focus on lean bulks and recomps after that. So you keep their body fat low and you put a lot of priority on the delts and shoulder girdle. Okay, that honestly, that's the key. And you can do that while still running Conjugate and still doing all the max work and the speed work and still get strong. right? And so that's what I do for them, and it's a viable method. It works. It can work. I program it for guys all the time. So I've got a couple of guys like that. Make it work. All right, guys, well, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.